An afternoon paddle on the Murray River just upstream from Mildura. Beautiful red sand all around here and whiter sand as you get down towards Mildura. Um, this is near the famous Syke Bend pump house in Nichols Point, and it's where a lot of the irrigation started in the region by the Canadian-American Chefley brothers. Nowadays it's a big tourist place, houseboat haven, but the region is also a wildlife haven. That's the famous Syke Bend pump house that was used to fill the lagoon, the King's Billabong Lagoon, the Billabong with water from the river. The river itself is, the Murray River is, as I've said in other videos, it's an artificially controlled river with, flows organised by dams. So the wildlife has a tough time. Here's a sand monitor I found climbing up a gum tree. Beautiful big sand monitor. These lizards are beside the river. The river itself, the flows, are controlled by people, not by nature. So, for instance, there's maybe not enough flow in the summer and too much in the winter. So there's a lot of erosion, and you'll see a lot of trees that are unnaturally flooded and things. I'm not an ecologist, and I'm not fully aware of it all, but I am aware of the debate about the river. Coming down the river on the right side is New South Wales, and of course on the left side is Victoria. The river itself, of course, is claimed by New South Wales, and lots of mansions here in these little villages on the right hand side. This is Goolwa, local Aboriginal name, and beside it is another little village called Baronga. Here down near Mildura is the ski club, and I put up the drone just to give viewers an idea of a better perspective of the region. This is Mallee scrub surrounding Mildura, and without this river there would be no Mildura. There would be no irrigation. Rainfall here is minimal, a few hundred mils. So this is the ski club when I attended it for the big Mildura 100 race. That's a 100k race, 50k's out and 50k's back, high speed motorboats. The last race they've actually restricted the speed because they had some fatalities, and beautiful paddle wheelers on the river. This is the Melbourne, a very old one, an original one. This one, the Melbourne, and it's still steam powered, I think, the Melbourne. There's other ones we'll encounter as we get down here towards the Mildura Bridge, the bridge joining New South Wales to Mildura, to Victoria. The river's wide and fairly deep, and it's beautiful for an afternoon to come down the river, see the houseboats, and there's a big houseboat base here, and there's a marina, and here's the old Rothbury. She paddles up and down the river, the side paddles up and down the river, below the lock and above the lock in Mildura. The marina itself is quite modern, and there's a housing development going on there. You can hire a pedal swan, a paddle-o, or whatever they're called, pedal-o. And there's a cafe there I quite like going to, and it's developing. It's an area that's being improved. Loch 11, the famous loch, it's unique because it's actually on an island in the Murray River, and the other side of it is a large weir, and this weir, like all the weirs, are removable when the floods come. And this is the famous Chifley engine that pumped water out of the river for the town. The river floods beyond this engine. It's quite remarkable. The last flood here was a few years ago, 24, I think. But the weir itself has to be removed when the floods come. These huge shutters are taken off to let the natural flow, the flood flow of the river. But that's only rare when you get major floods. But nevertheless, it's a tranquil waterway to arrive at. The beautiful town of Mildura is a fitting end to this afternoon paddle.